Kari, the expat mom here, back with another video about expat life and raising kids abroad. Today I'd like to do something a little bit more fun perhaps, and I found an expat tag that was originally created by Charlotte Ryan. She's an Irish YouTuber over in the UK, and she had put together this tag of 10 questions about being an expat and what difficulties you've perhaps gone through with moving abroad. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to go through those questions and just kind of answer them for you. So let's get started. So the first question is, where were you born or where did you grow up? So I was born in Texas and I grew up in Las Vegas. Question number 2, what country or countries have you moved to? Besides the United States, I've only moved to Germany outside of my home country. So yeah, I've only lived in Germany. Question number 3, what made you leave your home country? So the first time I left the United States was just typical exchange year after my studies were over. I had spent a year in Hamburg and I went back after that time for 6 months. And in that time, the financial crisis started, so the recession started taking its toll. And as it was more of a secure thing for us to move back to Germany regarding things like health insurance, jobs, and so forth and so on, we decided, my husband and I, or my boyfriend at the time, decided to move back to Germany because it would be much more stable for us. Okay, so question number 4. What do you miss the most about your home country? So probably the number one thing that most expats would say is, of course, their family. Like, I miss my family to an extreme amount. However, I think that if I were living across the country too, I would also miss my family just the same. It would just be a quicker ride home or a quicker flight home. But I don't know, besides maybe the food and things, there's not really a whole lot that I can really pinpoint down as to what I miss about the United States. Question number 5, how often do you visit your home country? I've been living in Germany for 10 years and I've probably been back every year and a half to 2 years. It's really expensive to fly back to the States, and also you have to come up with the time to do so. And when we go back to the States, we try to get a few weeks off that we can make it just really a big chunk of time and just go and visit all the relatives and visit as many people as possible before we have to go back. And also dealing with the jet lag when you come back home, it is a nightmare. Number 6, what's the best thing about living abroad? Now, when I first saw this question, I was like, oh, that's easy. But then I started thinking about it, and actually this is a really surprisingly difficult question for me to answer because I don't really see Germany as a place that I'm living abroad in anymore. It's become so much of my home that it's not really different anymore to being at home in the States. Maybe living abroad in Germany, maybe the best thing in comparison to back home in Vegas is that you get Sundays off. And this is something that's probably like, oh, Sundays off, that's stupid. And like, I want to go shopping on Sundays. But honestly, you can figure it out that you don't have to go grocery shopping or do whatever else on Sundays. And it's really nice to just have that time with your family and just kind of relaxing and not having to deal with the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Question number 7 is, what's the worst thing about living abroad? And I already kind of hit up on this, but I think the worst thing about living abroad is being so far away from family. But you would have that also if you were living on the other side of the country. So yeah, I think that's probably for me the worst thing. Number 8, what food items do you miss the most? Okay, I think anybody who knows me will know that I greatly miss Mexican food, Tex-Mex, like tacos, burritos, anything salsa, anything you can think of, like fresh salsa. And for me, if I want to make this stuff at home, first I have to make it from scratch. So I have to go to the store and I have to get the chili peppers. The chili peppers aren't always so easy to find here in Germany, and sometimes they're really expensive, and when you buy them they might not be so spicy as you might like. And finding cilantro and finding things that you need to use like pinto beans or black beans are also difficult to come by in the normal grocery store here. You can find them sometimes at organic markets or organic stores. But oftentimes when I'm looking for stuff to make Tex-Mex or something exotic like that, I will go to an Asian or a Turkish market where I know that I will most likely find the spicy peppers and the cilantro and everything all in the same place. And sometimes I have to say, I just don't want to go through that hassle. But it's really nice in the States that you have everything, or at least in the American Southwest, that you have everything right there at your convenience. You can just go pop in the store and you can get some fresh salsa and some good tortilla chips, and you're good to go. Question number 9. Are there any other countries that you'd perhaps like to live in? And for me, I was thinking, okay, Australia, because that would be a very interesting place to live, and all the different types of flora and fauna that you don't find on other continents. And also the fact that it's warm, and I miss the warmth, and I miss the sun, and maybe also I wouldn't mind living in Canada, not because there's warmth, but because I've heard that the people are so very lovely and so very nice, and I think that would just be a neat thing to experience. And I know that there are mean people everywhere, but I don't think the Canadians are mean at all. So go Canada. This is the last question, and question number 10. Do you think you will ever move home for good? And no. Short answer would be just no. I do believe that I am an expat lifer, that I will probably never move home, but mainly because my husband is German, my children are German, and we would like them to grow up in Germany. And I don't see myself in the next 20 years moving back home, because I just don't want to disrupt my family life for that. Now, if there were such things like really great job opportunity and the security and structure that we have here in Germany would also be available in the States, then perhaps we would give it a chance. But as of now, I don't see myself moving back to the States anytime soon. Anyways, now that was so depressing, no, I really do enjoy my life as an expat, and I think that I don't know, if you're an expat, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know how your expat is, because obviously my expat life is not someone else's expat life, but I just don't see myself as being so much of a stranger anymore. And sometimes I hear the word expat and I think stranger in a foreign land. I think that would consider myself more a global citizen in the sense, and that I know how to go about life in two different societies that may not seem so different from each other, but there are quite a few cultural differences there. And I think that I'm just a person who knows how to navigate two different societies. That's all I am. So with that being said, if you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see further videos about expat life and raising kids abroad, feel free to check out my channel and other videos that I have posted. I post weekly about living abroad and raising children bilingually. So yeah, without anything else to mention, I hope you are all having a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!